Hey guys, it's Jessica here. Today is going to be, if you haven't already read the title, is going to be 6 months of empties. So I began at the beginning of this year, 2019. I just started collecting all of my empties in like this big old tub. You can see it. And partly just because I eventually wanted to do a large empties video, but also because I just really wanted to see like what I went through over the course of a year. So I do plan on keeping these items, even though I'm going through them with you today in a video, because at the end of the year, I want to see how much product I was able to get through. It's kind of my goal this year to use up what I have in regards to like lotions and skincare stuff. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's a project of mine, I guess, that I decided to take on. Now, I'm not keeping anything my husband goes through just because I feel like that would get really extra. And maybe I'll do that next year. I'll do like everything we both go through. He goes through like a lot of hair gel. Obviously, we go through toothpaste, but I feel like it's harder to go through skincare items, right? Because when you use a serum or you use a face lotion, you're not just like lathering it on. So I'm interested to see how much I've gone through skincare wise over the course of a year. So anyways, super long intro. Before we get started, I do want to tell you, I previously recorded this video and I was so excited about it. I like wore this perfect red lip and I was like feeling really pretty, and I go and look at the footage and the red lipstick had like traveled not just like a little bit outside my lip line, like truly it looked obnoxious. And so I was like, I have to refilm this because I can't like put that on there even though like the content was fine and I didn't have any, thing bad to say about like how I presented it. I just like could not look away from the lipstick. So yeah, so here we are, filming this again, new day, new outfit, new lipstick. Today on my lips, I'm actually wearing the Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick in the Les Macaroons edition, and this is the color Mon Caramel. Pronunciation was horrible. But it's just like this nude shade, and I really enjoy the formula of these, but the original line that they came out with, I could not stand the taste or the smell. And so I didn't keep any of those when I decluttered in the past. And then they came out with that chocolate line, which smells amazing, but I can't really find a shade that really suits me. They all have a really cool undertone, and that's just not something that looks good on my skin tone. So these have no smell and they're absolutely lovely. And I don't know, maybe eventually I'll pick up more, but I don't really need any more lip products. If you've seen my lip declutter video, you know why. Also, if you're ever wondering what I am wearing on my face makeup wise, on my Instagram, which I will have down below that information, I have been doing when I'm wearing makeup, because I don't wear it every day, basically just like screenshots of what I'm wearing and then my final look. So if you're ever interested, I will post there the days that I wear makeup. Again, I don't wear makeup every day when we go to the pool and stuff like that. I just don't bother. But if I'm wearing makeup, I will be sure to post it there. So anyways, so the first thing is this Jurgens Hydrating Coconut. It is hard for me to go through lotion. I wish I was better at using lotion, but sometimes, like, I shower at night and I just want to get in bed, and like the thought of putting lotion on, I'm like, so I was really proud of myself for going through this, and I love the scent. It's not like overwhelmingly coconut, and it's not cocoa butter either. It's so soft. I really do love this scent. I felt like it really sunk into my skin quickly, which is something else. I don't like the feeling of like, I don't know, like lotion on wet skin. It grosses me out. So I did really enjoy this, and I will probably repurchase it. I'm currently going through other lotions, but this is probably the one that I would repurchase at the end of those. So that one's very exciting. Two things I went through, and no, I did not complete these at the same time over the course of having them, but I didn't repurchase either one. And for no particular reason. They were perfectly good shampoos, and they smell, I bought this based on the smell alone. It is so good. So this is the Garnier Whole Blends Restoring Shampoo, Maple Remedy with castor oil and maple extracts. and it does say these are vegan and paraben free, so that's really nice. Since finishing these, my husband and I have actually just purchased like larger versions of shampoo and conditioner at Costco. I'm not really picky with my shampoo and conditioner. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. The only one that I've ever had like a true adverse reaction to was Herbal Essence. So as long as I don't buy that, I'm really fine. I love Dove shampoo, so that's really our go-to, and we can buy those in the larger size at Costco. But so we both used these. I loved the smell. I don't know that I saw like a difference in my hair. I know castor oil is supposed to like help your hair grow, but I didn't see like a huge difference. But the smell is amazing, and I know they have like a whole bunch of different, I want to say flavors, but scents. So the next thing on my list, the next thing in this green box is this Tresemme Tray 2 Spray Extra Hold. It's the number 4 Extra Firm Control. I love this hairspray. It's literally the only hairspray I buy. I don't remember the last time I owned any other hairspray, and my husband actually uses their gel for his hair, and he really enjoys it. I will say this, I recently purchased, like, as opposed to this aerosol can, I purchased just like a spray version, and I hate it. It's the worst. So when I run out of that, I'm going to purchase it in the aerosol form again. I don't know why I purchased it in that bottle. I think in my head I was like, oh, it's cheaper, it must be the same. It's not the same. The spray is not the same. Aerosol is the way to go, and I love this hairspray. So the first one is this Biore Micellar Water with baking soda. I love micellar water, but I don't use it for its intended purpose. I don't take all my makeup off with it. I didn't see like a huge difference just because this had baking soda in it. I really like just like the Simple brand, and it's just micellar water. It doesn't have like any, I don't know, extra ingredients or anything, just because I feel like I don't need that stuff if I'm not using it for taking off all my makeup. So, but yeah, I got this in this little teeny tiny size. It wasn't bad. I don't have anything terrible to say about it. I just probably wouldn't purchase the big size or repurchase this little one. I don't even know why I have this little one. I have are these two, they're exactly the same, L'Oreal Pure Clay Cleanser. It's the Clay to Mousse, like charcoal one. I used to have like the charcoal mask, and I do actually really like the mask. It's very soothing. I don't know about this cleanser. I didn't really like the texture of it. I think I like just a traditional cleanser that's like a gel and you rub it and it foams, and I don't know why I feel like that gets my face cleaner. But this, I felt like sort of just left a residue, and it doesn't do that. It doesn't like suds up or anything. So I probably wouldn't buy the full size, but I did use both of these just to use them instead of waste them. I also, these next three I know for sure I got in Sephora order at some point. This is the Too Faced Hangover Rx Replenishing Face Primer. I don't really use face primers. I have really oily skin, so I suppose it would probably help the longevity of my makeup, but I guess I just don't really see the necessity. But it smells like coconut, and it was perfectly fine. It was moisturizing. I know some people like ride or die. They love this stuff. So I enjoyed trying it, but I wouldn't purchase the big size. This is the Perricone MD Rejuvenating Moisturizer. Again, something I liked, but I probably wouldn't purchase the large size. I love these little tiny containers. Anybody else? They're so cute. And it was perfectly fine. It didn't irritate my skin. It does kind of have like an old lady scent, but I love old lady scents, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, it's perfectly good. I don't have anything bad to say. This I did not finish up. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Base Smoothing Primer. This comes out, I think the idea is that it's supposed to sort of be like the Smashbox pore minimizer one where it's like silicone based. But this comes out like a tan color, and then as you rub it in, it sort of just like melts in with the skin. And as you're rubbing it in, it feels really nice, like really soothing. But then I just feel like it gets sort of slippery, and I think it's probably just like a thing in my head, but I don't envision my makeup staying on that surface, and I just didn't really like how it made my pores. I have larger pores obviously in the normal places, and on my forehead too, and I just didn't feel like it really smoothed out those areas enough. And I also think that this broke me out a little bit. I think it sort of clogged those areas, and so I didn't finish it up, because I'm not going to finish something up just for the sake of using it if my skin is having an adverse reaction. So it doesn't, it has like a perfumey scent too. I think that might be what, yeah, I think that might be what probably my skin reacted to, but yeah, so I didn't use that one up. I would obviously not repurchase it. And then these are, so this is the current, one of the current choices for the birthday gift from Sephora this year. And I did not do this intentionally, but I always get 2 gifts, because I think I have points under my email address, and then I have points under my phone number. So when I shop in store, I give them my phone number, but when I shop online, it's attached to my email address. And so I always get 2, which honestly is kind of nice, because I really enjoyed this. So I went back and got my second one. So it's like a Drunk Elephant duo. This first is the Best Number 9 Jelly Cleanser, and it has cantaloupe glycerin. This is not the product that I truly loved. I think that this is perfectly good. It does what I like in a cleanser, which is suds up and make me feel really clean. But I'm currently using another cleanser that I'll talk about in a second that I feel like does basically the same thing. Or I didn't see enough difference in my skin to justify the price of this. So, but it's perfectly nice. The thing I absolutely loved, and I'm finishing up my second one of this, but I've gone through both of these and I'm so sad about it. And I didn't keep the other one, so I apologize. But this is the Protini Polypeptide Cream. This stuff, it has just like a clean scent. It's not like overwhelming, but you need just like the littlest amount, and it just makes my skin feel plump and like moisturized. And I'm currently going through some other face moisturizers, but I genuinely think I would spend the money on this again. I think the full size would last me forever, and I truly, truly loved this cleanser. So, yeah, I'm like sad it's gone. I like look at it and I'm like, But yeah, this was so good. And Jessica Braun has been talking about, I love her, she's been talking about this video coming out for Drunk Elephant, where she literally has tried every single Drunk Elephant product on the market. And she said she's going to sort of talk about if there's anything that she feels like that maybe is lower cost or even drugstore that's comparable. And I'm semi-hoping that she has something comparable to this. But if not, I will repurchase this. So I'm pretty excited. So something I did not like, will not repurchase, is this Formula 10.0.6 One Smooth Operator Pore Cleansing Face Scrub with zinc, oat, and pumice. I should have been turned off by pumice. The granules were so big. It felt like I was exfoliating my face with sand. Now, I love exfoliating my face. I do it probably every other day, even if that's not good. I know it's probably not good, but I really love exfoliating my face. So I get like a lot of dead skin on my chin, which is weird, and then in the creases in my nose. And I think that's why I've gotten sort of in this routine of exfoliating. But this was way too harsh on my face. And I will tell you, my husband did not like it either. So yeah, I would not repurchase this. Not a fan. I also have, like, they have a face lotion, and I am not a fan of that either, but I'm going to give it another shot because I don't think I tried it long enough. But my first impression was like, well. But this is a definite, like, use it up, not repurchasing. So, something I have already repurchased and am using is this Simple Face Moisturizing Facial Wash. This is just a run-of-the-mill facial gel cleanser. Like, comes out clear, you lather it up, you put it on your face, you feel really clean. That's what I was talking about when I mentioned this. I repurchased this and am using it, and I don't feel like there's a huge difference between these two. maybe ingredients wise, I'm not seeing something, but I feel like they do the same thing. So, like I had said earlier, I do double cleanse. I use Pond's cold cream to take off my makeup, and then I follow up with this. And I have really sensitive skin, and this, my skin just loves it. It like doesn't get dry, doesn't get flaky, even in the winter in Colorado when it's like ridiculous outside, ridiculously dry. This just is so kind to my skin. So I would 100% recommend this. Love this. Already on my second tube of it. You'll probably see it in my next Empties. So this e.l.f. Daily Hydration Moisturizer. Because this is exactly what it says. It says lightweight, lightly scented to help nourish and hydrate for glowing, healthy looking skin. I feel like it did exactly what it claimed to. It's lightweight. It doesn't have a strong scent. Not just like that clean scent. And my skin loved this stuff, but it doesn't have an SPF, and I've been trying to be really conscientious as I get into my 30s to wear an SPF every single day. So I wish maybe they do. Maybe they have one that has SPF. If they do, I will purchase it at some point and use it. But I really liked putting this on in the morning, and underneath my makeup it was lightweight enough. I didn't feel like it was like heavy. The lotion that I use at night is really thick and creamy and heavy to sort of like give back over the day. So this is the e.l.f. Nourishing Night Cream. If I had the choice between these two, I would repurchase this one. I would spend the extra money and repurchase this. That being said, if you don't have the money for Drunk Elephant, and let's get real, I don't have the money for Drunk Elephant, this e.l.f. Nourishing Night Cream was perfectly lovely. It's thick, but it's not, you don't feel like you just put a pound of moisturizer on your face, but you do feel like you're giving back to your skin at night, and it's sort of replenishing what you've lost during the day. This also goes a long way, so you don't have to use a ton at once, which I truly appreciate. But yeah, I genuinely enjoyed this. I do want to give their Hello Hydration Cream a try, and I also know that they just came out with this whole new line of other stuff that's like all colorful. It's like orange and yellow. So there's a lot to try from e.l.f. So this is the micellar water I was talking about earlier, the simple micellar water. I actually just ran out of this the other day right before filming this video. And I was sort of sad to see it go. It's nothing special. It just did what I needed it to do, and I appreciated that. So I would probably repurchase this, but I'm going to try a couple other things that don't cost money to maybe feel refreshed, and I'll see if I really even need to buy micellar water, because there was a time when we didn't have micellar water and we got by. I purchased this for during the 21 Days of Beauty last spring, so spring 2018. This is the Philosophy Micro Delivery Exfoliating Face Wash, and it was after this that I purchased that formula one, and I think that that's probably why I was like, what is this? The scrubbies on this were so fine. It was just like, am I exfoliating? I mean, I felt like I could use this every single day, and I wouldn't be too harsh on my skin. It took us forever to get through this, probably, and my husband and I both used it, probably close to like 6 or 7 months. It even says micro exfoliating daily facial wash. Oh, so you can't use it every day. Guys, I loved this stuff, and it is expensive. But I did really enjoy this. I miss it, and I've sort of been trying to find something since we ran out of this that's equivalent but cheaper, and I haven't yet, but I'll keep you posted. If I find something, I'll let you know. But this is the Pixie Overnight Glow Serum Concentrated Exfoliating Gel, and the directions say to use PM as needed. I used it every night, and my sensitive skin did not go crazy. It didn't get all, it gets splotchy and red if it's having issues, and I didn't have that with this. It contains an alpha hydroxy acid, an AHA, that may increase your skin sensitivity to the sun. I didn't experience that, but I also always wear sunscreen, so maybe that's why. But this stuff is so good. It truly helped with my breakouts. It truly helped with my dark spots. I did notice that when I ran out of this and I hadn't purchased my new serum yet, I immediately got breakouts, and I think that this was really helping keep those away. So yeah, I would highly recommend this. It is kind of expensive. It's $24, but I think that this lasted me close to a year because you're just not using very much of it. It just has like a little dropper and you're just not using as much as you think you are. So I really was pounding this, like trying to get the last little bit out of this. I really enjoy this and would highly recommend it. So just a couple more things. This Andalou Naturals Turmeric and Sea Enlightened Serum. I think I got this at Whole Foods. I wouldn't repurchase it. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't my favorite. It does smell like oranges. Yeah, it smells like actual oranges, not like artificial oranges. Like if you picked up an orange and smelled it, that's what this smells like. But I didn't see like a huge difference in my skin. So, and I did use these two together. I would put this on first and then this on top. But it was really this that I noted. Like when I stopped using this, nothing changed. When I stopped using this, I got breakouts. So it was okay. 3 mascaras. I really try very hard to not use a mascara longer than 3 months because I'm really freaky about my eyes. I wear contacts, so I don't have like an issue touching my eyes. I just have a really big fear of getting pink eye. I have kids, and not that I'm afraid of having pink eye. I'm afraid of having to get rid of all the makeup that has touched my eyes because of pink eye. That's what I'm afraid of. This first one is this Covergirl Exhibitionist. I mentioned this in my first declutter of like my face products. I do like it. I do like it better than Lash Paradise. It does have like the same brush, like the hourglass shaped brush, natural bristles. I just felt like it started to really gloop up on my lashes. It did like the opposite that Lash Paradise does. So Lash Paradise at the very beginning, to me, is really gloopy and like wet. And then as it dries out, it's better. And I don't know how, but this did like the opposite. I took it out of the tube and it was like perfection. I loved it. And I've probably used this for like a month and a half. And now, I don't know if it's going to focus, but I hope it does. It's getting really like thick on the brush, and I think it's just like building up product over time, and I'd have to wipe it, and I didn't like that about it, so I probably wouldn't repurchase this. This is the Tarte Lifted Mascara. This is in a brown shade. I really liked this, but you can see what I'm talking about on the tube. It flakes. It made me really sad. It like flaked all over. Because I do like the brown shade, and I think it's definitely made me consider buying like a brown black colored mascara just to have on hand, because I do feel like it looked more natural. This guy. This is the Tarte Artiest. I love this mascara. I have found that I truly enjoy a silicone brush with little short bristles, and I really enjoy both this shape as well as the shape of the Bad Gal Bang. That's kind of like tapered towards the end. I think more than anything though, I enjoy the silicone brush with the short bristles over like a natural bristled brush. The formula of this is exactly like Bad Girl Bang. It does the same exact thing. It like separates and makes my lashes just not clumpy at all, and I love that look. I will say that with the Bad Girl Bang, and this is again something I mentioned in that declutter video, I don't care if I have the big size or the little size. The little size performs exactly the same to me as the full size. In this case, the mini size of this does not perform the same way as the full size. The mini size of this is not a twist top. It like pops off, and I just feel like the brush is too big for that small tube, and so I don't know, it's just a weird combination of things. I would only purchase the regular size of this, but that's $23, and I'm just like, I can't. There are so many drugstore mascaras. There has to be a drugstore mascara that will do the same exact thing. So that's it, you guys. That's all my empties. 6 months, so since January, it's quite a lot. I am interested to see what I use up in the next 6 months. I probably won't do a empties video every month just because I don't envision myself using things up, but if I do have an empty within the month, I will definitely start putting it in my monthly favorites. So yeah, that's it. Thank you again for joining me today. If you haven't subscribed, please do so below. Also be sure to hit that like button and have a great day.